Objective-C naming convention. I just thought I would mention a few things before we move on to discuss more about object-oriented aspect of Objective-C. Just thought I would explain the naming convention so that you can get into the habit of using good names. The names you choose should reflect the purpose. Don't use names such as X or Y to represent instant variables or class names, even though this might be easy for you to type, but in the long run you will lose track of what is going on, and someone else looking through your code may not understand exactly what you're doing. They won't understand what X or Y represents. The Objective-C complete code complete features actually make it convenient to use long, meaningful names without having to worry about retyping them all the time. Use meaningful names that reflects the purpose. If you go to your Xcode, say for example I've declared a instant variable called account balance. Even though this one looks very difficult to type, but you only have to type it once, because if you want to actually get access to typing it again, if I say ACC, as you can see, this feature is actually of the Xcode is giving me the chance to select it from the drop down list. So you only have to type it once, and the code complete feature actually makes it easy for you to use long and meaningful names, because when you use these meaningful names, you will be your codes will be very easy to understand. So you should use meaningful names that reflect the purpose. Naming classes in Objective-C as follows. Classes. When you want to name classes, usually class name starts with a capital letter, as you see that I've been doing. It is not required, but since this is how Apple documentation refers to a class, and this is how this is how it is in the programming convention, and most of the programmers will actually write it like this. So you should get it is good to get yourself into that habit as well. So this is how you write bank account class. You start it with a B, capital B. Then if you want to create a class for car manufacturing, you will say car manufacturing with a capital C, and then calculator program, capital C. So when people see this, automatically a good programmer will know that, oh, this is a class. This refers to the name of a class. But you also have to realize that each subsequent word also starts with a capital letter. So it's not written as bank, then account with a small a. No, this is how it makes it easy to read. Instance variables, objects, and methods. The convention here, even though not required as well, is to start this with small letters, and then each subsequent word start with capital letter, just like this. Account balance. As you can see, when you say account balance, you have to realize that even your brain, you will tell you exactly. If you look through my program and you see bank account, a good programmer will know that this is supposed to be a bank account class. It's a class, it's not a variable, because it starts with a capital letter. This is the convention. Then the account balance, if you look at account balance, instantly you know that sounds like a variable. It sounds like a variable, account balance. But if you look at change car type, because this has a verb in it, change, that means is a method. So that's why you have to use meaningful names by using this few tips I'm giving you. So when you put a verb like credit account, credit is a verb. Say credit, that's an action word. Credit account, that's a method. When you say paint house, paint building, change tire, those are the or get account number, get account, those are actions. So those are methods. But things like eye color is a variable. When you say account balance is a variable, account number is a variable. Then when you want to declare an object, it's good to use something that is very, very particular to that class. For example, when you're creating a bank account class and you want to create an object, use something like a name, like Johnson account, Mary account. Then you know, oh, this is an object that we create from a bank account. You know, or if it's a car class, you can say something like a Toyota. You can say Mercedes. You can use these things to. So when you use these meaningful names, when you're looking through your home code 6 months from now, everything will be crystal clear to you. Even though you still have to add comments, but by looking at your code and you see all these good naming practices, you will actually understand what you write in 6 months from now. I mean, you will actually understand it. So, but if you use variables like x, y, you just use things that are vague, even reading your own code 6 months from now will be very difficult for you. So these are the things I think I would like to point out, so that when you see me writing long variable names or long method names, you understand the reason why I do that, so that it can make it easy for me to understand what the program is doing. And I hope you understand that, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.